Hello and welcome to another Pauper video. Today we're going to be playing something a little bit unexpected, and that is Spellstutter Sprite. We're playing Spellstutter Sprite in Affinity. This list was basically designed by Walker735. He discovered that Spellstutter Sprite is pretty good against most of the metagame, especially like the Kuldotha red deck, because it's going to be countering almost all their deck, just one drops. And then when it dies, you can just go ahead and get it back with Blood Fountain. So that's the main synergy we're going to be trying to abuse with this deck. On top of the 4 Spellstutter Sprites that we're playing here, we're going to be playing 3 Metallic Rebuke as our secondary counterspell. And then not very many other threats, just 4 Mirror Enforcer and 1 Gurmag Angler over here. So this is a sort of threat light, kind of counterspell heavy, affinity control-ish deck. Maybe kind of like a Delvery deck. But Affinity draws a lot of cards, so we'll probably be able to find our threats relatively quickly. So the deck relies on using the artifact lands and then abusing Mirror Enforcer, Thoughtcast as our actual affinity cards, or Deadly Dispute and Reckoner's Bargain to draw a bunch of cards. We also have Galvanic Blast, which is a 4 damage spell, better Lightning Bolt basically. And then the other cool spells in the deck are Farclan Shaman, which is a board wipe. You can sacrifice an artifact, it deals 1 damage to each creature without flying. And you can recur that with our Blood Fountain as well. Blood Fountain, you can sacrifice it to return 2 creatures from your graveyard to your hand. And then we have Makeshift Munitions to clean up the board in the end and finish the game, basically, when our opponent's at like 5 or whatever. We have 20 lands here, bunch of bridges, leaning on 4 of the Mist Vaults and 3 of the other 2 that round out the Grixis colors, 2 Great Furnace, 4 Seethed Synod, and 4 Vault of Whispers. Not playing any basics, so we're a little bit weak to Wildfire, but we're just going to ignore that and try to counter that with our Metallic Rebukes and Sprites. For the Deadly Dispute package, we're playing 4 Chromatic Star and 4 Wellspring. Then we're playing a 1-of Kenku Artificer, which can make our 3/3 our indestructible lands into 3/3 flyers, which is pretty sick. And then a 1-of Gurmag Angler as another fatty to hit the table. In the sideboard over here, playing 4 Hydroblasts for red decks, 3 Pyroblasts for blue decks, 1 Gorilla Shaman to punk out an Affinity player, and then 2 Krark-Clan Shamans for a board wipe, 2 Chainer's Edicts in case we find Bogles or something, 2 more Negates for Dust to Dust decks. So we're going to be able to play against Dust to Dust decks by playing the Metallic Rebukes in combination with the Negates, and that should be enough to beat Dust to Dust in my opinion. Then 1 Weather the Storm here. Seems like Weather the Storm, from what Walker said, is very good against like kitty decks that are taking a ton of actions just to buy time, and then you can wipe or get out ahead of them. So that is the list. If you're not familiar with Affinity, Affinity is basically the best deck in Pauper, and we're just trying a weird version of it. But we're just gonna see if we can steamroll everybody and prove that Affinity is busted. If you like this content, check out the Patreon, patreon.com/calicais. Check out the different sideboard guides and primers that I put up there. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave a comment. Tell me if you thought this was a good adventure or not. And we'll see you in the matches. Thanks. Round 1 versus Baiko de Gaia. And usually plays red decks. We have only 1 land, so I think I'm going to have to mulligan. We need to be a little bit can't be that greedy. And I think this is decent. I'm going to keep it and put back the Reckoner's Bargain. Lead on the Silver Bluff, I think, and pass the turn. Fortunately, we have double tap land. So he has an Epicure, not a turn 1 Swift Spear. That's pretty good for me. We have a double Rebuke. Pass. Can't play the Rebuke yet. Pass the turn, though. So the next turn we can Sprite, and then from there we can start Thoughtcasting and Rebuking. They play a land, another Epicure, so potentially Kuldotha Rebirth here. Yep. Okay, so they're down to 1 land though, which makes our Spellstutter Sprite very good. Play the bridge and pass the turn. I mean, what we really want to see is them play a 1-drop, which we can Sprite. And then have no instant speed interaction, and then we can block. Sweet. That worked out perfectly. Just going to Block. We have a Galvanic. I think I'm going to Thoughtcast here. We have a Krark-Clan Shaman, so we can wipe the board. That seems like a reasonable play, trading a land for all their creatures. Let's play the Krark-Clan Shaman. If they bolt it, then we're good. They're going to discard a mountain. Alright. Plays a land. They're going to get in. I'm going to decline to block, even though this puts me at 9, so I'm within range of all the burn spells. They're going to discard a mountain again. Okay. Forge Chanter. Okay, let's play this Blood Fountain. So this makes it a lot easier to cast the Metallic Rebuke. I'm going to go ahead and Gal Blast this, paying the life. Yes. And then I'm going to sacrifice a land. Well, right now I think we want to sacrifice a blood token. So we're going to press Control, Creature. Oh no, what? We need to hold up the Rebuke, right? Can't really Rebuke. Sacrifice a land. Okay, so we're going to sacrifice a land. Respond with Deadly Dispute our creature. 1 to everything. Bam. Play Sea of the Synod, now we have Metallic Rebuke up. We're at 7, but we have double Counterspell right now. We can get back everything. So let's Rebuke the Swifty. Can't counter that. Play Implement of Combustion. Now we can start Blood Fountaining back. Okay, we can't pay for that. We can Blood Fountain back our Spellstutter Sprites. I'm going to Thoughtcast here. Land, Enforcer. Pass the turn. They crack the Implement, put me to 3. Okay, we could definitely be dead here. Reckoner's Bargain would have been really good. They have 1 card in hand. So we can get back the Sprite Krark. Pass the turn. Okay, play the Wellspring. Let's see if we draw another Enforcer. Okay, I'm going to pass. We have double Counterspell. Although they can... Well, if they play a 1-drop, we can counter with the Spellstutter Sprite. If they play a 2-drop, we just Metallic Rebuke it. Kuldotha, okay. Sprite. Nothing from the opponent. I think we may want to simply loot with this Krark-Clan Shaman, because we're not going to need it. Get rid of that guy. I just drew a land, so that wasn't great. Send everybody. Basically need to draw a Reckoner's Bargain, so we can Reckoner's Bargain the Mirror Enforcer and gain a bunch of life. 1 card in hand. They have the Bolt. Bushwhacker. That puts me to 2. They kick it. They don't kick it. Okay. Like Gurm Daddy. Send. Oh, they had to play it so that they didn't die. I didn't even realize that they were getting so close to death. I was just concentrating on not dying myself. So if they top deck a Lightning Bolt, we're dead. They didn't get there, and we did. A little bit lucky right there in the end. So we're not playing Unexpected Fangs. Just need the Hydroblasts. Cut the Metallic Rebukes. I'm gonna cut the Gurmag. Do we want Weather the Storm? I guess so. Makeshift Munitions is probably not necessary. And we'll play it out that way. So they're going to be bringing in 2-mana artifact exile spells, Shattering Blow, maybe Smash to Smithereens. We have to be kind of careful now. We're on the draw, so I will keep... We have Hydroblast in hand. They turn 1 Kuldotha. Oops. Oh, man. I skipped my turn on accident. What a bummer. Sometimes that can happen on Magic Online for sure. So I ended up discarding the land. Okay, land. Go. We'll play another blue land. Get in for 3. Yeah. Say mate. Well, no. Synthesizer. I will attempt to Hydroblast. Play Vault of Whispers. Play Blood Fountain. We have another Hydro in hand. This turns on our Thoughtcast. Get in. Go to 11. Hydroblast that. We have another Hydro, so Chromatic Star, land, pass a turn. We would be pretty ahead if we did not skip our turn. That was sketchy. Alright, so we have the blue open for Shattering Blow. We're going to take 3. We're looking to draw into a Mere Enforcer so that we can Reckoner's Bargain it to gain 7 life. Okay, Hydroblast again. They're eating all of our, alright, we have, Thoughtcast, land. I think I'm going to hold up the Reckoner's Bargain here. Or the Weather the Storm. If they tap out, we can bargain maybe the Blood token. Okay, they attack for 3. So if they go Bolt Bolt, I will respond with Weather the Storm. Dwarven Forge Chanter. Okay. I'm gonna Reckoner's Bargain the Blood token. There's a Spellstutter Sprite. Right now it's 4 damage. So whatever spell they cast, we counter it, and then we cast Weather the Storm. Counter that. We're at 5. Green. Cast Spellstutter Sprite. No! I just keep misclicking. Okay. I feel so bad right now. What have I done? Concede. Misclick all day. It's so early in the morning. Okay, try again. Try again. Okay. Rough. Let's try that again. Man, that was brutal. Yeah, we play first. Thoughtcast. I'm gonna keep this. What a bummer. That was really tough. Land go. We need one more artifact to start playing Thoughtcasts. We have Swift Sphere. Alright, so to play 1-drop, we'll attempt to Spellstutter Sprite. Pass the turn. Galvanic is currently a shock. To play a land. And nothing. They get in for 1. Okay. Dwarven Forge Chanter. So I will Galblast this. Okay, Chanter resolves. Land. Pass the turn. 1 mana for a Synthesizer. Let's try to Spellstutter Sprite. That resolves. They're going to play an Epicure. Gonna Kuldotha. And get in for 3. I'm gonna block. Okay, I have the. This is 4. Thoughtcast. Maybe 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, pass the turn. So, if they go for a Shattering Blow on one of our lands, we can Deadly Dispute it. If they like have lethal right now, we can Deadly No, we can't Deadly Dispute into anything really. Okay, Synthesizer resolves. We find a Mountain. 2 cards in hand. Reckless Impulse. Oh man, that's a lot of value for them. I'm gonna Deadly Dispute this, and then see what I draw. Hydroblast, countering the Reckless Impulse. Pass the turn. 4, 5, 6. Okay, so next turn we can play Mere Enforcer, as well as hold up Weather or Hydroblast. Like this. I feel like I'm close to dead though. They have 1 card in hand. Silver Bluff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, pass the turn. We're going to be blocking the Forge Chanter. They crack the Synthesizer. They find a Mountain. Now they can double spell. Attack with everything. Okay, we'll block here. Go to 6. We can cast a Thoughtcast. Another Hydroblast is good. Like that. Have to pass the turn. We might have to Hydroblast the Epicure. I don't know. They play a land. Okay. So right now, if we're in block here, that has to happen. I think we have to Hydroblast this. So we go to 3. The next turn we don't die. Draw a card. We have a Galvanic. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we can flash in Spellstutter Sprite to counter a 1-drop. We also have Hydroblast. We're looking for a green source or a Weathers or a Reckoner's Bargain here. I believe what I'm going to do is blast one of the tokens and block. Maybe not. Doesn't actually matter, right? Kill a token. Block. Okay, draw a card. That's it. We have Forge Chanter, so I'm going to Hydroblast the Forge Chanter. No, can't do that. Draw a card. Okay. Get back my Spellstutter Sprite. Draw. Fountain away the bridge. We have double Spellstutter Sprite now. Okay. So now I'm just going to block the Forge Chanter, I think. Mountain. We only have 2 spells they can cast. They do nothing. Okay, that's really good for me. Chromatic Star is perfect. Now I have Weather the Storm to get back into the game. As soon as they start casting spells, we're going to be blasting out Spellstutter Sprites. Okay. Scary position for sure. I'm at 2. They have a Reckless Impulse. We are going to Hydroblast it. Crack for green. We have another Hydroblast in hand. Perfect. So what I'm going to do is blue. No, that's... I can't be greedy because they could have double spell right now. I'm going to cast Weather Storm. Let's see if we gain 9. Okay, it worked out. Draw a card. Kenku. 1, 2. Okay, we're going to cast the Kenku and suit up our Mistvault Bridge. Now that's a full-time blocker, I guess. Now I think I attack with the Mirror Enforcer. I'm going to start trying to attack and win the game. They're flooding out pretty bad. Alright. Draw. Deadly Dispute. Okay. We'll Deadly Dispute the Kenku at the end of their turn. Send with the Mirror Enforcer. Alright, getting in. Got there. They're at 12. If we Deadly Dispute the Kenku, then we can Blood Fountain the Kenku back. Alright, we ended up getting there. We got pretty lucky. See it in match 2. It's an interesting opening hand. We're on the draw. We have our Sweeper, all untapped lands, a Mirror Enforcer, a Deadly Dispute. I think I'm going to keep. We have the turn 1 interaction with the Galblast. They lead on Island. You can barely tell that it's an island. Play this bridge and pass the turn. Easy tap land start. I flash in a Brinebearer Intruder. So our tap land was a problem, I guess. They are probably going to Ninja. They've got a Fairy Seer now. So can our fairies beat their fairies? That's the question. Get in for 1. Do they have a Ninja? So I have a Ninja on the table. I can play Krark to block the Ninja and blast the Fairy Seer. I think that's what I'm going to do. Krark-Clan Shaman. Kill this thing. Pass turn. I'm just planning on blocking. Alright, we'll just sacrifice an artifact. Kill your creature. Snap does not resolve. Play bridge and pass. Next turn, Thoughtcast costs 2. They can flash in the Brinebearer though. We have 3 cards in hand, so it depends on whether or not they have another Ninja here, basically. Second Ninja would be brutal. They're just going to hardcast a Spellstutter Sprite, so that they can cast an Of One Mind. Okay. Another Of One Mind. Lots of power in their hand. Going to get in for 1. Yep. Okay, we have a Rebuke now. Doesn't help that much. What's Deadly, or Thoughtcast? Looking for... Okay. So we found an artifact. That's good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So next turn we can play Mirror Enforcer holding up Metallic Rebuke or Deadly Dispute to get in for 2. Probably going to Ninja this Fairy. We do Ninja the Fairy and play a Hacker. My Moon Circuit Hacker. We get to draw a card now off their Moon Circuit Hacker. All the ninjas all the time. So now if they have... Go play Mirror Enforcer. We have Metallic Rebuke. Counterspell. Metallic Rebuke. They'd have to have Spell Pierce or a second Counterspell here. And they have Force Spike. Okay. Pretty nice for the opponent. Got the little Force Spike there. That's kind of outdated, I guess. People haven't really been playing Force Spike, but it does get you. Force Spike is the equivalent to Daze, as best they can. They have another Ninja. No, they don't. So here they are going to just loot. If they don't have a fairy and representing Spellstutter on 2, then I can Deadly Dispute. Let's start with that. Dispute this star. Looking to draw into some interaction. They'd have to have Counterspell again to block this. Drawing lands, they're going to Counterspell. We'll play a red land and pass the turn. Can't really just run the Chromatic Star out into a known Spellstutter Sprite. It's kind of a bad play. Pass again. Looking to draw a Mirror Enforcer. Kenku would be good. Any Deadly Dispute, I guess, would be okay. Another Chromatic Star. I'm going to pass. Don't want them to have... This is currently a 3-turn clock. Okay, so they're flashing in the Sprite to increase the clock. Alright, pass. They get in for 4. They get to loot again. I'm going to probably discard a land. Yep. And 3 cards in hand. They're probably all good cards. We have a Spellstutter Sprite. Play Star. Flash and Spellstutter Sprite. They have their own Spellstutter Sprite. Alright, we're just going to concede. Not really getting anywhere. Draw some cards. Reinforcer was coming up, but we would already been dead. So we're going to bring in the Pyros. And we can probably get rid of this Krark, maybe? I'm going to cut the Gurmag because it's so expensive. Kenku will be good if we can keep the creature on the table. Maybe 1 Rebuke can get cut. And then we'll pass. Or we'll keep it like that. I feel like Kenku just making 3/3 flyers is just so good. But they do have snaps. Maybe it's not good enough. Maybe just Metallic Rebuke. I don't know. We're gonna run this out and see what happens. Okay, we're on the play. There's the Kenku. Keep lead on the red land, or we can go land star. That gets ahead of the Force Spike and the Spell Pierce. Opponent's playing both Force Spike and Spell Pierce in their deck. So let's see if they are going to do anything. They play a Miscreant. Okay. We're going to play a red land out, pass a turn, and yield. So on my turn, I could Kenku the Chromatic Star, make it a 3/3 flyer. They can, like, snap it and stuff, but what was that about? They must have misclicked. Alright, play this bridge. Trying to get my black source for the Deadly Dispute. Rhinebearer Intruder. I'm going to counter... Do I counter that? I'm going to counter it because they've shown that they are playing... what's his face? Playing Of One Mind, and this takes them off of One Mind right now. I'd rather counter it at the moment than anything else. Maybe that was a mistake. Gonna get in. Now we have all kinds of stuff we can do. Play our Wellspring. We can pass the turn. And then we can Deadly Dispute the Wellspring. They Spell Pierce it. Yeah, I'm paying 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, next turn we have a free Enforcer. They attack. Let's see if they have a Ninja. They have the Ninja. So we're going to Enforcer, Deadly Dispute the Wellspring, see what we see. Land, Enforcer. Go ahead and dispute this. Pyroblast. Okay, perfect. So we have double Pyro right now. Just go ahead and murder this. And pass. I think I'm going to Kenku up one of my bridges at this point. Here comes a... Okay, Fairy Seer this time. So I think they have a Miscreant in hand still. But now we're going to be attacking, like, quite a bit. Slamming in. Two top. That's scary. Land. Send. Yeah. We get in. Alright, we're going to play Great Furnace, Kenku Artificer. Let's see if they have Counterspell. Well, let's make this a 3/3. If they snap, we have Pyroblast for the snap. Rhinebearer Intruder. We're going to Spellstutter Sprite it. Because the Sprite can block the Fairy Seer as well. Still taking them off of One Mind. Another Fairy Seer. I think they were really relying on getting an Of One Mind cast. And we can actually Reckoner's Bargain our Kenku to put it in the graveyard, hopefully get it again. We will sprite this, or block with the sprite, I mean. Okay, we have to draw a card. Our turn. Makeshift munitions. Well, that should kind of finalize the situation. We're going to attack with everything. And they don't block. Cast makeshift munitions. Counterspell. Spellstutter Sprite. Okay. Go ahead and pyro that. I think we win. We win. Okay. So that plan was good. Kenku ended up pretty decent. We have a lot of counterspells. This is one of the things that I've said a lot about Affinity is like they have the best counterspells and the best sideboard spells with the Hydro Pyro. Let's keep this. We're looking to play a turn 1 Blood Fountain, but it depends if they end up playing a turn 1 creature. They mulligan to 5. So this specific mono blue Fae deck does not play cantrips. They're just on Fairy Seers and Up-1 Mines. Land, nothing. Okay, we will go Great Furnace, pass to the end step. Nothing. Okay. Let's play this bridge out, pass the end step. So by yielding until the end step, if they flash in a Spellstutter Sprite, we've got the Galblast. Here's the Sprite. We're going to kill it. And they don't have the mutagenic in hand. Okay, they pass the turn. Once again, we have Galvanic, so I feel confident playing out this Blood Fountain here. Playing a Null. Alright, we're going to attempt to Spellstutter. Counter the Annul. Alright. Spellstutter coming in handy. Just mean deck. Okay, Miscreant. Yep. What do we do? Play the Wellspring. They could still have Spell Pierce. Attempt to kill your Fairy Miscreant. That resolves. Alright. I'm gonna not attack because they could still have the Brine Bear Intruder. They do not. Play a Fairy Seer. Alright. So I think I want a Blood Token and discard this red bridge. That will allow me to get a loot in. We don't need that many lands. And we find a land, Mirror Enforcer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is 7. We get to cast a Mirror Enforcer. Thoughtcast. Play this Wellspring. No Annul. Another Mirror Enforcer. Think we're gonna win. Okay, your turn. We have a lot of overwhelming position here. They mulligan to 5 though, and we've killed every single one of their creatures. They attack. I mean, this is an easy block for me. I can now still Blood Fountain back the Spellstutter Sprite. First step, attack with everything. Then I'm going to. That was a bad call. Play this land. I'm going to pass the turn. If they flash in a 1-drop, I'm going to Blood Fountain. They're going to play the Spellstutter Sprite so they can ninja. We're going to Reckoner's Bargain. Find another Reckoner's Bargain. See, we're just trying to find a red spell. Or Galblast or Pyro, basically. Did not find it. Let's just play out our own Spellstutter Sprite here. Representing a blocker to stop their ninja. Alright, I feel they're in a really bad spot. We're going to block the Spellstutter Sprite for sure, and then we can Blood Fountain back both of our sprites. Play Mirror Enforcer. What are they going to do? Nothing. If they decline to attack, we can just do basically anything we want, because if they have a Counterspell or Spellstutter Sprite, we just Blood Fountain back to Spellstutter Sprite. Yeah, they end up conceding. Unfortunate mulligan to 5 for our opponent. Go to round 3. Okay, we're in round 3 on the draw. We have a turn 2 Galblast or Munitions. They kept 7. I'm going to keep this. It may be a little bit sketchy and slow. So they're on red. They've got the Swift Spear. We have the Galblast coming up, but not fast enough. So we'll play our bridge here, pass the turn. And the next turn we play another bridge and attempt to kill this, and hoping that they don't have a mutagenic in hand, basically. Play Goblin Blast Runner, Goblin Blast Runner. Get in. Okay, so I think we're just going to play Bridge, kill this. Bridge, kill your creature. Alright. Well, that sort of worked out. Now we need basically a Clan Shaman. They chain lightning us. We say no. We cannot pay. Get in. So we go to 13. Alright, land. Play Chrome Star. But do we play Thoughtcast or do we hold up Metallic Rebuke? I guess I'm going to hold up the Rebuke. I'm unsure in this position. Okay, they can get in for 2. That's not that scary. What are they going to do? They're going to have a spell. They have nothing? Play Thoughtcast. We can play the Blood Fountain first so that we can Metallic Rebuke as well. Thoughtcast. Double Rebuke. Okay, so land, Chromatic Star. Next turn we can play Makeshift Munitions and start killing their creatures and drawing cards. We are at 11 though. Galvanic as a shock. Okay. Shock again. We're at 7. We play a land. 2 cards in hand. Chain Lightning we will counter. Wow. Well played, opponent. I mean, we were dead regardless at that point because if either of these spells resolve because they could sacrifice, we die. Concede. Right, we definitely want the Clan Shaman versus this opponent. We're going wide. Gonna cut Gurmag, bring in the Hydroblast as well. Maybe the Metallic Rebukes are not as good as the Hydroblast. And Makeshift Munitions is a bit slow. We want to weather the storm still. Kenku is good, right? They have Shattering Blow, but it's still good. So, what do we cut? Maybe one of the sprites? Or we could also cut an Enforcer and just eventually win. Don't know about that, though. Yeah, I don't know about that. I'm just gonna cut the Kenku. Lead on lowering my curve and playing free spells. Okay, we're on the play now. We know what they're up to. Alright, so what do we do here? I feel like I have the mulligan this. This is quite a bit better, I think. Keep. I'll put back the second Mist Vault. Or, yeah. Play the Silver Bluff and pass. I would think it seems like it's better because we have ways to interact, basically. And kill their creatures and wipe the board maybe with the Kark. Just need to draw into some card draw and everything else. Our opponent has turn 1 Swifty. Okay. Let's go ahead and kill it. Play land and a Blood Fountain. Pass turn. So we have all our colors online. They could shatter this. Here. We play an Epic here. Let's see if they Kuldotha. No. I'm going to play the Clan Shaman out and play out the Drawsforge Bridge. I pass. This way we can wipe their board a little bit. They want to try to get some damage in with this by sacrificing something. I think it's fine to sacrifice a blood token, maybe the vault. Alright, so anything else? No? Okay. Pass. We have wiped their board. And we'll play a blue land and pass a turn. We got nothing to do, so we're going to pass again. Ray's not very good here. We have another Goblin. And Shattering Blow, maybe? Reckless Impulse. They find Synthesizer Epicure. Thoughtcast was a good pickup for me. Spellstutter Sprite and Wellspring. So let's play Bridge. Pass the turn. Gonna try to Sprite the Synthesizer. Here we go. Spellstutter Sprite. Do you have a response? So they can bolt it, right? And then now we can get it back with the Blood Fountain. Play the Implement. Well, yeah, it doesn't. I don't really know what they want to play. Probably the Epicure. Just to add to the table. They play the Implement so they can draw a card. Oh, then they're gonna play the Epicure as well. Okay. So what will we draw? We're going to be taking a bunch of damage next turn. I think we are going to have to use the Blood Fountain to get back our 2 creatures. Play land, play Chromatic Star. Pass the turn. Our opponent's got 3 cards in hand. We're at 15. We're going to get back Crarclan Shaman plus Spellstutter Sprite. Then we can play Crarclan Shaman and Wellspring, wipe 2, draw 2. They deal us 1. Now they're plus 4. We're going to go to at least 10 here. 4 cards in hand. That's a lot of cards. They're going to get in for 4, okay. We will be able to wipe their board. I mean, we were hoping that they would just, like, commit to a Kuldotha, but we have the onboard Blood Fountain to get back the Quark, so they're probably not that greedy. Blood Fountain, doot-doot-doot. Get our creatures back. Draw a card. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we have Mirror Enforcer and Quark. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Play this. So we draw a card. A Mirror Enforcer. Another Mirror Enforcer. Play the Crarclan Shaman. Pass the turn. We have Spellstutter Sprite for a Lightning Bolt. We should be okay. What are they going to do? They are going to discard a land. Alright, that's fine with me. Storm was 4. Too bad we didn't have Weather Storm in hand. 5 cards in hand for the opponent. We're at 10. You really need to find the Weather Storm or Reckoner's Bargain to sacrifice the Mirror Enforcer. They're going to crack the Blood Token. Chain Lightning. Attempt to Spellstutter Sprite. So now they could just go Bolt, Bolt, Fire Blast, and we're dead. They're going to Galvanic the Sprite. Okay. So the Sprite trigger will fizzle. We take 3. We cannot pay. Lightning Bolt. Yep, okay. Show me your Fire Blast. I assume you have it. Yep. Congratulations, you have killed us. Let's see if we had Hydroblast on top. We did. So maybe... Well, it wouldn't have mattered, right? We still would have been dead. We would have been at 1. Alright, concede the game. Go to the next. Round 4, on play. Versus Mordecai. We'll keep. Lay out the bridge. Red-black bridge and pass the turn. Our opponent's mulliganing to 6. So our plan is to play the bridge and then hold up Spellstutter Sprite turn 2. I guess it depends on what they have. The other option is to go turn 2 bridge and Chromatic Star. Alright, so looks like we're in an Affinity Mirror. Don't expect them to play a 1-drop this turn. Played this. They'll probably play a Wellspring, so we're going to play our own Wellspring. Try to draw a card. We're going to try to get our Mirror Enforcer up fast. I have not played the Mirror. A little bit nervous here. The other thing, they could potentially be on Jeskai Wildfire, but I don't expect that very much. And they play a Wellspring, just as I thought. We have land, Thoughtcast, Chromatic Star. We have 5. Next turn 6. Mirror Enforcer will cost 1. And then we have Spellstutter Sprite for interaction. Oh. I was hoping to avoid the mirror. Play Drawsforge Bridge. They pass the turn. We play our blue-red bridge. Play 1 Mirror Enforcer. They could have Metallic Rebuke here, which would not be very good for me. Did not think about that before I started playing the Mirror Enforcer. And if they have Rebuke, we can't do anything about it. Okay, so they don't have Rebuke. They go for the Gal Blast. We're going to respond with Spellstutter Sprite. And... yeah, got him. Blood Fountain. Probably have an Enforcer of their own now. 1 Enforcer. I'm not really sure how to manage this. We have to race, obviously. Do we want to trade our Enforcers right away? They have the Blood Fountain, so I can get it back. And then they are going to use the Blood Token to discard a bridge. They have 2nd Enforcer. Okay, our turn. Well, play land, play Wellspring. Is this where you go for the Metallic Rebuke? No. Alright, we have another Sprite. So I think I want to just block with my Mirror Enforcer, leave their Enforcer on the table, and then I can Gal Blast their other Mirror Enforcer, although I don't like that. And then, okay, podcast, resolves, frogmite. We can kill the frogmite with the Krark. Are you going to attack? So we really want to keep our Spellstutter Sprite alive right now because we can Sprite a Deadly Dispute. They're going to attack. Okay, we're going to block. Okay. Bridge. We will swing in. And then the plan is to, I'm going to play this Krark Shaman, and then I'm going to block, and then sacrifice these two to kill the Frogmite. Something like that. We gotta do something. Our opponent is thinking things through. Right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana available. Actually, we can just play Star Krark Shaman. Pass the turn. On their turn, we can wipe the board completely. They can replay their 2 Mirror Enforcers, but we can't really do anything about that. Kenku. That's not good. That's definitely bad for me. I can't do anything about that either. They get back the bridge. They suit up the bridge here. So the problem is now if I wipe the table, they have a 3/3 flying blocker. They can get back both their Mirrored Forces, but they can't do it till their turn, so that's good. Drawing 4 cards I think is going to be worth it. Wow, they don't do anything. Now we have a Mirror Enforcer. Okay. So let's just pass the turn, I guess. We have 1 card in hand. Right now they're attacking with everything. Gonna go for the blow everything up plan. So one of the things that Walker did was he was playing a Gear Seeker Serpent in his list to try to get through these Kenku board stalls, which does make sense. Like, if they just get their Kenku back, it's going to be hugely bad for me. Maybe this can draw me into a second Spellstutter Sprite, though, and I can start countering their Kenkus. So one thing I did potentially wrong here is I forgot to yield to this, so if I have a Deadly Dispute 2 down from here, I can't, like, Deadly Dispute the Krark Shaman now. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sack this. Reckoner's Bargain. We can bargain the Shaman now. So that ended up working out okay. So I guess I don't have to pay 4. All we did was draw lands. Wow. Okay. Let's yield to this until end of turn. We're going to take 3, find another Chromatic Star. Our opponent is thinking heavily on trying to resolve whether or not I'm going to resolve this Krark Shaman. Okay. Finally resolves. They get in for 3. We take the 3. Go to 14. During the damage step, they're going to use the Blood Fountain to get back Kenku Enforcer. Play Enforcer. Okay. My turn. We find our own Kenku, so we can slam in. I think I want to play and cycle the Chromatic Star and see if I can draw a second Spellstutter Sprite. Come on, opponent! Now we're getting to the position where they've already used almost 10 minutes on their clock, and they're getting maybe close to timing out for the full match. Not where you want to be. Go Island. Or see the sign on. Cast Star. We're going to cycle this for a blue. Did not draw another one, so play the Mirror Enforcer. Play Kenku. Suit up this. Pass the turn. So now we just have this weird position where we're both trying to Kenku each other. So we want to try to hold on to our Galblast, I guess, and then blast them to death. Maybe save the Spellstutter Sprite for makeshift munitions. They have Kenku in hand, 1 unknown. Play the Kenku. Okay. Can't do anything about that. They suit up a bridge. Right? If they attack with the Mirror Enforcer, we'll block with our Kenku so that we can get into the graveyard and get it back with the Blood Fountain at some point. They are paying costs, so it looks like maybe they're going to play a an Angler. That's a risky maneuver because they're using all their graveyard to do it. But I understand. They get in. Okay, we're going to block one of them. They put us to 11. Okay. We draw a card. Find a Deadly Dispute. Going to attack with my Kenku. They take it. We'll Deadly Dispute the Kenku Artificer. Draw Thoughtcast. Okay. We have Enforcer. We have Metallic Rebuke. The land. Rebuke doesn't do very much here. We're gonna get beat down by this bridge. But we can Reckoner's Bargain, and we can counter all their stuff, usually most of their stuff anyway. With our Spellstutter Sprites anyway. Just double block the Grimag Angler with our Mirror Enforcers. And we can blast them as Mirror Enforcer. I'm just going to get in. Redamage, okay. I think I should start poking them with my Spellstutter Sprite and attacking. We find a Reckoner's Bargain. Land. Okay, attack. So we can gain 7 life out of nowhere here. I'm hoping that they will have a spell that I can just Sprite, basically. Now they're effectively at 12. We need 3 more Gal Blasts. Play Thoughtcast. Cannot counter that. That stinks. Land. Alright. Makeshift munitions. Well, we have the Spellstutter Sprite. It's very important that their munitions doesn't resolve here, basically. If their munitions resolves, I think we end up losing. The Galvanic Blast, the Spellstutter Sprite. So, we have the Reckoner's Bargain. I think we probably want to just bargain the land over the Enforcer. Try to draw into another Spellstutter Sprite or another Metallic Rebuke. Deadly Dispute a land. Come on. We found the Sprite. Bam bam. Spellstutter Sprite your Galvanic Blast. And now we can block with our sprites and get back the sprites with the Blood Fountain. They concede the game. Too strong. Okay, begin sideboarding. We're going to bring in the Gorilla Shaman. They just scooped the match. I guess they saw that they were too far down on time. That makes sense. We'll see you in round 5. Round 5, final round. We're on the draw versus Talrud. Keep. We have potential turn to Blood Fountain, plus holding up Metallic Rebuke. Play the bridge and pass. I see your Drawsforge Bridge, and I respond with Drawsforge Bridge. I play Boros Garrison, so this is the Mardu deck, Mardu Kitty. Potentially playing Wildfires and stuff. Land, we're going to go Blood Fountain. That allows us to play Metallic Rebuke. They are not going to do anything. Fine by me. Play my Mistvault Bridge and pass the turn. 2 mana. They cast a Wellspring. I will allow it. Okay, they're going to pass. Now I'm going to start spriting things. Guess I should Thoughtcast. Play Chrome Star. Pass the turn. 2 mana. They're going to Deadly Dispute. Let's just counter it. No cards for you. Maybe that was like really aggressive countering. A Wildfire and we can't do anything. Oh, they kill my Blood Fountain. It's an interesting one. Alright, I'm going to pass. They do nothing. Okay. Guess we play Wellspring. Munitions. Pass the turn. They have 7 cards in hand. They finally get the Synthesizer in play. That's what we wanted to Spellstutter Sprite. But now they get to get a ton of value off the Synthesizer with their Core Skyfishers and everything. Blah. They reveal Synth. Dang. Wrecked. Deadly Dispute. They can Deadly Dispute the Synthesizer. They got a lot of value. They just hit a land, which they don't care about because they already made a land drop, I think. No. Wow. They made a land drop. We play Glinthawk. Picking up a land. So our Corkland Shaman's pretty bad. We can always just Blood Token that away. The bridge. So I'm going to pass the turn. We're going to plan on Spellstutter here. And Spellstutter again. And they have all the interaction. Wait, what? Okay. Maybe not all the interaction. Dawnbringer Cleric to kill my munitions. Bummer City. Okay, that's fine. We are going to red, kill this one, play a Gurmag, just leaving the Spellstutter Sprite, and attack. Leaving up the Spellstutter Sprite for whatever 1 mana spell or 2 mana spell. Sprite again. Does this resolve? Looks like they have another removal spell. Okay. So that counters my counter. Barbed Batterfist enters the battlefield. Play a Glinthawk, pick up the Batterfist. Play the Batterfist. So my Cart Clan Shaman is going to be good here. Glinthawk, pick up the Batterfist. Probably feels pretty good for the opponent. Play a Wellspring. Another Spellstutter Sprite. So that's very good for me. Pass the turn. So they're going to play the Batterfist. I'm going to Sprite it. And then I'm going to wipe the table. They get in for 4. Yep. They Bajuka me. Okay, so there goes my creatures. They're going to just leave it as is. So I can Reckoner's Bargain the Gurmag. Gain a bunch of life. Let's attack. I think I'm leading on attacking. Then I'm going to Krark, kill their 2 rebels, and then I could bargain my Cart Clan Shaman. Draw some cards. Okay. Draw another card, draw another card. Once again, I stacked it incorrectly. We'll play another Wellspring, Mirror Enforcer, and pass the turn. They have the Batterfist in hand. They're going to get in for 4. Okay. I should have attacked with the Spellstutter Sprite if I wasn't going to block. There's another Spellstutter Sprite for you. We finally got him. Swing out. They are going to block, so they take 6. Play Mirror Enforcer. Play another Wellspring. They're at 8. We draw the Galblast, they're dead. We did not. We can Blood Token away the land, though. Another land. I think I'm going to kill their creature. Pass the turn. And we got it. Pretty fast. So, I like Gorilla Shaman here. We have a bunch of artifacts. Cart Clan Shaman was decent. Kenku's probably pretty good. Spellstutter Sprite is good. I like the Gurmag is maybe not the best. I mean, the Gorilla Shaman instead. Do I want the Hydroblast over the Metallic Rebukes, maybe? I mean, it's obvious that they're going to be bringing in... Oh, no. They're a Dust to Dust deck, so I have to think that one through. Right? So I want the Negates for the Dusts. I'm going to trim on... I'm going to get rid of the Kenku for now. Maybe the Makeshift Munitions doesn't matter. They're playing the... Get rid of the Makeshift Munitions. Okay. I don't know. I'm so inexperienced. Tell me how you would sideboard. Okay, so on the draw, I feel like this is not good enough. Because we can't really deal with their turn 3 Dust to Dust, so I'm going to mulligan. We have the Metallic Rebuke. I guess I keep this one. They also mulled to 6. So we'll keep, put back, I think it's going to be a Sprite or a Wellspring. I guess the Wellspring. That's a lot of mana for the early game here. Although so Spellstutter Sprite. So what am I even talking about? We have Metallic Rebuke for the turn 3, I believe, because we can turn 2 play Chromatic Star, turn 3 hold Metallic Rebuke. And they had a bridge, so they don't have it unless they have... Okay, so we're going to go ahead and play Blood Fountain to get more artifacts on the table. Yeah, they don't have the Dust right now. They could play a Revoke Resistance. They play Smash to Dust. Okay. They really don't want my thing to resolve, or my Blood Fountain on the table. Barbed Batterfist. Let's try to rebuke that. That's like a huge amount of stuff on the table for them. Let's play a Thoughtcast. Find basically nothing. So pass the turn. Dust to Dust really hosing me here. They don't have it. Unreal. Okay, so now pass the turn. I have Negate. I have Deadly Dispute. I have Spellstutter Sprite. 5 artifacts on the table. We play a Wellspring. Okay. I guess I could have negated that, but that seems also greedy. 3 mana, 2 mana. Of course, Skyfisher. So they're gonna pick up the Wellspring. Alright. That's it. We're gonna Deadly Dispute this Chromatic Star to draw some cards, trying to find a land, try to get our Enforcer into the battlefield. Now we have 5 artifacts on the table. 6, 7 artifacts on the table. We play out the Mirror Enforcer. Pass the turn. We can cast Negate and Galvanic. We're going to Deadly Dispute this Mirror Enforcer here. So Journey to Nowhere is going to resolve. Okay, they are going to Deadly Dispute their Journey to Nowhere. I'll Metallic Rebuke their Deadly Dispute. That doesn't matter, right? Yeah, I should Metallic Rebuke the Deadly Dispute regardless. No, I don't know. Yeah, I'm going to do it. So now Journey to Nowhere is just on the table. Play Ichor Wellspring. And a land. Now I have double Sprite up, but nothing else to do. I think I play the Chromatic Star and pass the turn. I need some lands. Holding up Negate still. Okay, nothing for the opponent. The Reckoner's Bargain our Chromatic Star. See the sign on as another land is good. And Chromatic Star is good. Play land. Right, 10 cards in hand. 9 cards in hand. And then should we blast them or should we just discard a land? 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we simply discard the Great Furnace. We should probably just discard the Vault of Whispers here. We have a lot of black sources in play. So this is going to get rid of 1 Mirror Enforcer. I think that's okay. We're just playing a slow game. Play the red source and pass the turn. Opponent does nothing. Maybe they have a bunch of Pyros or something in hand. Do we want to Reckoner's Bargain? I think I'm going to pass. Okay, that was good. So we were able to hold off on Reckoner's Bargaining until we drew this Wellspring, which is something we definitely want to bargain. This Mirror Enforcer out. Now we have a threat. And finally start attacking. Another Journey to Nowhere, maybe? Okay. We Reckoner's Bargain, gain 7 life. Counter the Journey to Nowhere. Essentially. Okay, we have 12 power on, or 12 damage. They are going to revoke resistance. I guess I'm going to negate. Play Radiant Fountain, pass the turn. Oh god. I messed up. They play Gorilla Shaman, we'll just kill this. And take our beats. Yep. So if I had allowed the Revoke to resolve, then I could have sprited the Gorilla Shaman, which would have been a lot better for me. Instead, they're going to wipe most of my lands. Okay. They got rid of my blood token, which is interesting. Okay, we find a land. Let's pass the turn. I think I'm going to end step a Spellstutter Sprite so I can start countering 2-drops with my other sprite. And then I can get back to things with the Blood Fountain. Nothing for the opponent. Just play a Spellstutter Sprite. We will swing out and play a Ichor Wellspring. Just trying to draw cards. We have a negate now. I'll pass. We still have 8 damage. Nothing for the opponent. Okay. Deadly Dispute on my Wellspring. Accidentally loaded multiple arts. Okay. Draw some cards. Draw Thoughtcast. Some more lands. Play land. 8. I think we can simply attack. I mean, we probably want to Thoughtcast here. There are 3 cards in hand. They're just doing nothing. Don't know what they're doing. Guess we have 8, so we'll just go face. Your turn. What are they doing over there? Flooding out like crazy? 2 mana. Play Revoke Resistance. Spellstutter Sprite. Okay, that resolves. Another Gorilla Shaman, maybe? Synthesizer. Play another Spellstutter Sprite. That resolves. Okay. So we're weak to another Gorilla Shaman or a Dust at the moment. They deadly dispute their Wellspring and draw a bunch of cards. The only thing we have in the graveyard is one Mirror Enforcer, another Wellspring. They have 3 mana available and 3 cards in hand, so it could be a Dust still. 4 mana available, actually. Okay, this Core Skyfisher picks up the Journey to Nowhere. No, they pick up the Wellspring. Okay. They play the Wellspring. We're gonna just kill their creature. Well, we can attack with everything and then get back our creatures. Yeah. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Play Misvault. We play a land. They're passing, so we're gonna get back Enforcer Sprite. That was like, they did exactly what we wanted them to do, basically. By the bridge. I will blood token away a Great Furnace. Find a Clan Shaman. It doesn't help very much. Because we already stopped their batter fisting. So the Clan Shaman is not really useful at the moment. They play another land. They must have just flooded like crazy. Still the negate in hand. We can have a Thoughtcast too, which is sweet. Draw some cards. Play land. Start attacking. All we need to do is get him to 8 and then double bolt or double blast. Okay, so that means next turn we just flash in Spellstutter Sprite and then swing out, or just swing out and then kill him. I don't know if they have a way to gain life at instant speed. They might. 2 mana for a Glinthawk. We'll just Sprite it. Cleansing Wildfire. Okay. We're not going to search. Play Core Skyfisher. Okay. They pick up the Journey. Yep. We're going to negate the Journey. Makeshift Munitions. Kind of annoying. They have 4 mana. Okay. So we're not out of the woods for sure. Munitions is a problem. They're going to start killing our sprites, I guess. Yeah, 1 sprite down. Nile Spellbomb. Weird spot, because I feel like I have to blast one of the Skyfishers and then attack. Gorilla Shaman. Okay. So I can play the Gorilla Shaman and then kill their Nile Spellbomb. They're going to exile my graveyard and draw a card. Okay, so that resolves. Definitely got really tight here. We're going to swing out with our Mirror Enforcer. Did we remove the... I think I removed the munitions. Yes, I did. They're going to double block, but we can just Gal Blast one of them. And they'll send that face, probably. No, they target the Gorilla Shaman. Okay. So their creature dies now. Is there anything we can do? Practice for black? Try to draw into a threat, basically. We found a Mirror Enforcer. That's a pretty good threat. I'm going to play out the Clan Shaman as just another creature on the table. That's the turn. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They have 5 artifacts that they could sacrifice. Play a Synthesizer. Alright, that's pretty good. Another Synthesizer. Man. Windhawk. They're just going nuts. Wow, what a turn for them. Good rip, for sure. Wildfire. That doesn't matter. Should Wildfire their own land? They Wildfire my land, so I'll say no. Let's see what they do. Play the Synthesizer again. Another Wildfire. So I think we lost a lot of value on when we countered the Revoke existence, I guess. 2 mana, they're going to play a Core Skyfisher. Okay. Picks up the Journey to Nowhere. Plays Journey to Nowhere. So what do we do? What are they going to target, though? Target this Mirror Enforcer. We could sacrifice these two, draw 2 cards. But I want to keep it in play for the Synthesizers. Okay, we'll just allow that to resolve. Let's Chromatic Star out. And seat the Synod. Send with everybody. Let's see what they do. This is 7 power. They're going to double block. Okay. So we can just Gal Blast. And they take 3. I should definitely have kept the munitions in, or like brought in some Hydroblast or something. Okay. Just sacrifice the Wellspring now then. Okay. Shoot my guy. Oh man. Their Glinthawk's gonna die. They go to 8. We have a Mirror Enforcer on the table. We are gonna crack for black, looking for Blood Fountain basically. Play Mirror Enforcer. Pass the turn. What a crazy, crazy game. That synthesizer chain was just brutal. They played Bitter Reunion. Okay, I don't think that matters. They discard Boros Garrison. Play Glinthawk. Come on. I think we've played 1, 2, 3, 4. We have no Galblast left. I think we're just going to end up conceding this game to the makeshift munitions. That stinks. Okay, concede. If we had our own munitions, it would have been GG, I think. Should keep that and like use the munitions later. How do we want to deal with this? Okay, so Kenku seems good, right? Because we have play this. I'm gonna get rid of the Krark Clan Shaman. Maybe the Gorilla Shaman's not that good. Wow, this is like there's a lot going on here. We have a lot of spells. Maybe the Metallic Rebukes aren't that good. Man. There's a lot of back and forth there for sure. What if the Spellstutter Sprites are not where I want to be? I feel like they are. They definitely played super well in this game. Get rid of one Rebuke. They basically only have the... Oh. I'm gonna submit it like this. I don't know. Having a hard time deciding. They mostly have bridges, so I don't know if Gorilla Shaman's even that good. We will mulligan a one-lander. We'll keep this one. Land. Hold up. Negate. Let's put back the Metallic Rebuke. Play land, go. So they can't dust us on this turn, so we can feel free to just play out the Wellspring. Nile Spellbomb. Okay. So I guess we have to be aware of that. Play bridge, pass the turn. I'll counter like a rock of some sort. We have to remember that they have the Gorilla Shamans. I'm not even like playing Hydroblast. Oh my goodness. Card 4. Play Seed of the Synod, that's 5. 6. Now our Mirror Enforcer costs 1. We find a Spellstutter Sprite. Doesn't seem like they're playing Dust to Dust, it's just Revoke Existences. Barbed Batterfist, so I'm going to try to negate that. 2 mana. Wildfire to ramp. Okay, my turn. Double Enforcer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Enforcer. Enforcer. That's the turn. Play Journey in Nowhere, so we can bargain the Enforcer. Better than just, like, having it die. Because if we hit the Blood Fountain, then we can try to get it back. We'll have to use the Spell Bomb at some point. They Bajuka me. Okay. So we need to start attacking. 3 mana. What's happening here? Okay. I mean, that sucks, but it is what it is. Pass the turn. So now we have 2 threats down. Basically relying on our Spellstutter Sprites now. Bummer. Play Wellspring. I did bring the munitions back in. Furnace. Pass the turn. We can start spriting things. Alright, land. Play the Reckoner's Bargain. Draw us a bunch of cards. Thoughtcast, okay. Let's play Thoughtcast. And play a star. Pass the turn. I think I maybe got a little bit greedy on trying to fight the Dust to Dusts. I felt like I could win this easily, and my opponent has shown that that is not the case. Bargain this Wellspring, gain a bunch of life, draw some cards. Another negate. Okay. Metallic Rebuke, not very good anymore. Land, star, another star. Our opponent's just not, like, giving us an opportunity to counter their spells. So we have no threats. They're going to sacrifice a Spell Bomb right now? Interesting. I guess they don't have anything going on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. 9 mana on for the opponent. Core Skyfisher. What are you gonna pick up? The Journey? Pick up Journey to Nowhere. Alright. We have negate for that. Deadly Dispute. Welcome, for sure. We're gonna dispute the star. Draw some cards. Okay. Land. Enforcer. Pass. Discard this Vault. Just leaving my bridges so that we can play around the Gorilla Shaman or whatever. Let's Spellstutter Sprite into Spellstutter Sprite. Double Sprite. Negate. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. So my Metallic Rebuke, no, still not good. It might be worth it for me to Gal Blast this on their end step and push another Journey to Nowhere. Crack this for blue. Try again. Frustrating. Okay. Journey to Nowhere resolves. Get rid of my Mirror Enforcer. Nothing else for the opponent. They're gonna not swing in. 2 mana. And I can't sacrifice. I've made terrible mistakes. Broadcast. Gorilla Shaman cannot eat any of their stuff. Man. We're gonna attack. Okay, there you have a Glinthawk. Picks up a land, replays the land. Play Gorilla Shaman. We'll cast Metallic Rebuke. Just kind of taxing their mana so they can't eat every land. Man, that's frustrating. They're doing a good job of wrecking me, that's for sure. They're just eating all my lands now. 1 card in hand for the opponent. Can we find a Deadly Dispute? It's Deadly Dispute here. Mirror Enforcer's good. Okay, we can Gal Blast this. Get in for 2. Play land. Play Mirror Enforcer. Pass the turn. Attack with everything. So they are behind a clock. They're at 18 life. Find or revoke existence. Bummer Town. Okay. We're just going to keep attacking. They're going to blow up our Spellstutter Sprite. We will attack. Play Blood Fountain. And then I'm going to loot, getting rid of a land. Thoughtcast is grid. Let's play the Thoughtcast and see what we draw. Draw a Kenku. Wow. Okay. I feel like that's very, very, very good here. Play the Kenku Artificer. Suit up our land. And pass the turn. That might be like what turns the tide, just having the Kenku, and I did not respect it before. They play a land, I believe, this Goldmire Bridge. Yep, the Goldmire Bridge was played. We're going to swing out. Play Blood Fountain, and we will loot away a land again. Find a Spellstutter Sprite, so now we can counter a 2-drop, but they can just shoot my sprites. At least it causes them to do something. They play a Plains, pass the turn. So what we're looking for is now a Deadly Dispute, so we can dispute the Kenku and then replay it. Another Spellstutter Sprite. Okay, we're going to attack with everything. Put you to 7, play the Gorilla Shaman, pass the turn. Flash in the sprites on the end step to pressure. They play another bridge, so they're just flooding out. They kill the Shaman. Okay. Sprite. Play a Spellstutter Sprite. They're going to kill the Spellstutter Sprite. Okay, play another one. Going to kill my other Spellstutter Sprite. Sure. Play another one anyway. Let's keep attacking. More power on the table. I can sacrifice to kill my other Spellstutter Sprite. Okay. This is a 2-turn clock now, though. Opponent. We swing in. Land. Blood Fountain, get back Sprite. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we'll just pass the turn. Now I think they're just dead because we get back double Sprite and then we can counter anything. They seem to be flooding and they have nothing else to sacrifice. They wildfire my land. Doot, doot. Dude. Blood Fountain back the 2 sprites. Play sprite. And then play another one. No draw for you. They'd have to have a removal spell. Can't do anything because they have no artifacts to sacrifice. They're going to terminate my Spellstutter Sprite. Okay. Sure. We cannot find. We failed to find. I think we win. Yes! So we got the 4-1. We lost to red. And Spellstutter Sprite was pretty strong. Let's go back to the deck. Alright. Over here we've got the deck. Try to organize it a little bit better. Ooh, put this here. Okay. So in the end, Metallic Rebuke was kind of weird because I wanted it. Sometimes it was good, sometimes it was bad. It's kind of medium overall. Maybe you just want 4 sprites and 2 counterspells, just like Walker has been doing. I hope you enjoyed. I learned a lot, and we'll see you in the next video.